Who would have thought that a Toyota Yaris has become one of the most hotly anticipated sports cars of 2020? Then again, this is no regular Toyota Yaris. It's a 200 kilowatt all-wheel drive beast that has a completely unique chassis underneath it too. We're here in Canberra at the National Media Launch, so let's get stuck in and go for a bit of a drive. When I said this car isn't a Toyota Yaris, I was being truthful. The front half is, but the back is Toyota Corolla. That's so they could shove the all-wheel drive system underneath it. Front brakes, 356mm, bigger than what you find on a Toyota Supra. The roof, carbon composite. I don't know of another car or a Toyota Yaris that has a carbon composite roof at this price point. 3-door body, wide body stance as well. It is a beast and ready to go rallying. This interior is a little bit Spartan inside, however there are some nice touches. These seats are great, well bolstered and supportive, but you do sit a little bit high. In saying that, I was able to sit here with the helmet, so top marks there. Steering wheel, thin rimmed, easy to use, instruments are nice and clear as well. Another important factor is the manual transmission in this car. The shift action is nice and positive. I wouldn't quite call it a rifle bolt, but it's positive enough to be engaging to use. One of my favourite touches, however, is this little plaque on the bottom that signifies that this car was developed for FIA WRC. Every time you get in the car, that'll make you smile. We've received a lot of feedback about people being concerned about rear vision in this car because the window is quite small. It is small, however you get used to it, and there are some wide mirrors too which help with backing up into tight car parks. As you can see in the back of the GR Yaris, space is limited. One interesting point though, Tommy Mäkinen, chief of the Gazoo Racing Rally team, wanted the roof lower than this. They managed to lower it 95mm versus the regular Yaris at the back half, and as you can see, I'm literally brushing my head on the back here. Other things in the back, we've got some vinyl seats, a couple of speakers and a small storage tray. It is a 4-seater too, there's no middle seat belt, but there are 2 ISOFIX points so you can take your kids along for a run as well. The boot has been compromised as a result of this car being all-wheel drive. There's just 141 litres of space here. 1 suitcase at max, maybe 2 overnight bags, that's about it. There's also no spare wheel, just a battery in the boot and a repair kit. At the National Media Launch, Car Advice had the chance to sample the GR Yaris in multiple motorsport disciplines, as well as on the public road. In terms of road dynamics, it is an entertaining car to drive. The 3-cylinder engine makes the bulk of its torque in its mid-range, which channels energy from those 80s and 90s Japanese performance cars that we all love. The gear shifter itself has a wonderfully positive action, and its placement relative to the steering wheel makes it an absolute joy to use. The manual transmission does have an auto-blipping function, however it is a touch too slow for my liking. Given the pedals are arranged in a way that's conducive to heel-toe shifting, you're better off learning, having fun, and doing it yourself. On the track, the GR Yaris truly comes alive. Something that becomes clear is how much this car moves around, or more, how much feedback it relays to you as the driver. Its short wheelbase means it's sensitive to braking techniques, which makes it easy to figure out when you've got it right, and also when you've got it wrong. If you're an enthusiast who loves the craft of driving, you'll absolutely adore the GR Yaris. The biggest downside to this package are those tyres. Those Dunlop SP Sport Maxes just seem to give up the ghost way too quickly. They hold the car back from being anywhere as near as fast as it potentially could be. In terms of this car lacking limited slip differentials, I personally think you won't notice a difference. That's unless you're an incredibly talented driver and you're pushing it at 10/10 on the track. I have a theory though. I reckon if you put a really sticky set of tyres on a regular GR Yaris, you'll go so far to almost alleviate the need for limited slip differentials. We'll try that out though, as I'm buying one of these cars and we're going to put that to the test. Overall, cars with this amount of clarity, driver feedback and performance are becoming increasingly rare. The Toyota GR Yaris is currently sold out in Australia. Toyota initially offered the GR for $39,950 drive away as part of a promotional offer for the first 1,000 cars sold. It expected this deal to last give or take 12 to 18 months. However, the car sold out in just a week. Toyota then offered another 100 cars at $44,490 drive away, which also quickly sold out. The price has since moved up to the regular figure of $49,500 before on-roads, so give or take $53,000 drive away depending on where you live. However, you'll be waiting for the privilege. The next batch of cars is set to arrive in the second half of 2021. Toyota has fitted its comprehensive Safety Sense package as standard. This includes a raft of driver assist systems such as autonomous emergency braking with pedestrian and cyclist detection, blind spot monitoring, adaptive cruise control, lane tracing assist, and a whole stack more. However, given the car's niche position in our market, it will not feature an official ANCAP safety rating. This GR Yaris is absolutely sensational. It packs in all of those things that we've been missing from that 80s, 90s Japanese era of metal. A great boosty engine, all-wheel drive system, heaps of communicative chassis. It's just a wonderful thing to drive. I've actually bought one of these cars in the exact same colour behind me, and I'm going to be documenting the build on caradvice.com. Make sure you stay tuned for all of the updates.